What's up, YouTube? It's your boy P Shizzle. We going in today with no intro. We're about to get right to business. And as you can tell by what the title says, we're going in with the one guard with the grain. And I'm gonna give y'all a warning before we start. If your hair, if your waves is not where you want them to be, don't do this cut. If your hairline is not where you want it to be, do not perform this cut. It's just a fair warning. And I went against the grain with both of my words of advice because my waves ain't where I want them to be, obviously, and my hairline's a little weak in certain areas, but it is what it is. All right, so to get this thing started off, we're gonna get us a comb, and you want to use the wide side instead of the other side. That way you won't mess your waves up, especially if you got nappy hair like I do. And also, just to keep this video short and sweet, we just gonna be showing y'all the left side of my hair. All right, so we got the one guard on there. About to go ahead and get it popping. Y'all make sure y'all get those strokes in consistently and even too. You don't want to be walking around with uneven hair. And I think I left this out of my video, but stay away from your crown with that one guard. All right, so once you cut everything down, you're gonna wanna comb out the debris and probably go back over it with that exact same guard. But I was restricted on time, so I just one and done that thing. So once you do get your hair cut, you're gonna go in without a guard. You're gonna start tapering that thing. And make sure you don't go up past where your ear starts. Just try to keep it low as possible to give yourself some room for error. Then we're gonna get our one guard and we're gonna go against the grain. And another word of advice, when you're tapering your hair, make sure you do light and consistent strokes. Because if you dig into your hair, you're gonna create like a line that's gonna be really, really, really hard to get rid of. And so far, everything's looking pretty decent. Not nice, but pretty decent. All right, so after that, you're gonna get your zero guard. You're gonna adjust it halfway, and you're gonna start at the bottom. What this is doing is getting rid of any line that the clipper had before you put any guards on it. Basically just trying to clear out that initial line, if there's one. So far, so good. Now I believe what I'm gonna do here is get rid of that dark spot that's at the very top of my taper. Yeah, we're gonna go with the grain. And basically when you're doing it with the grain, not against, you're gonna dig into it because that's gonna get rid of that line or that bulk. And also note that you don't have to do this in a particular order that I did, but just make sure you do it in some type of order, So basically we're going in with no guard. Excuse me. We're gonna close the lever all the way. And we're just gonna get rid of any loose hair that's at the very bottom of your taper. Give it that little bald effect. So far everything looking nice. And also it's very hot up in my bathroom, so if it's the same way up in yours, you want to get you a paper towel or a tissue and wipe off all your sweat or whatever else it is, oils, any of that stuff. Because if you line your hair up and your forehead is damp, then you could potentially cut yourself. We don't need that. Y'all brush it down before you start lining it up. That's gonna help out. And as y'all can see, I think that's my right side. I'm currently on the left side, but on the right side, the hairline is a little weaker, so we're just gonna try to make it look natural as possible. And also, just like when you're tapering yourself, the same thing applies to when you're edging or lining yourself up. Start with light strokes and just peck at it pretty much. But you also want to make sure your line is linear, because you don't want it to be sloped off or anything. And yes, I do realize it's a lot easier said than done. It just takes practice. Alright, so once you get that looking right, you basically gonna square everything off. You're gonna start at the edge. And once you get that looking nice, we're gonna basically go around the line, try to curve that off into the beard or sideburns, or if you ain't got none of that, just do it whichever way looks natural. And once you do that to, your whole entire head, you should be good to go. We're basically gonna see what these results look like. If y'all made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate that. Go ahead and give it that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because I'm trying to drop more heat like this. But yeah, we're just gonna check everything out. Left side looking pretty decent for somebody who has never stepped foot inside a barber school. Waves looking a lot better than they did before I cut my hair. Next time, I think I'm gonna do a 1.5 or with the grain. I don't think I like my hair this low, but it's still alright. Yeah, this your boy P Shizzle. We're gonna let the rest of this video ride, and I'm out of here.